And our speaker is Lorraine Bosse-Smith. Let me tell you a little bit about Lorraine. She's the president of Concept One, a corporate training and consulting firm, as well as the Total You, a wellness and fitness center. She speaks all around the country, and she's the author of numerous books, including Finally Fit, Fit Over 50, and Leveraging Your Leadership Style.
Well, today we're going to talk about leadership, and I know some of you are saying, well, I'm not in a leadership role. I'm a stay-at-home mom, I am a support staff, and I'm here to tell you that John and I really do believe that we are all leaders. We all have leadership abilities in us. The world has tended to elevate a certain particular style of leadership, and we see that oftentimes in people like General Patton, who march and basically steamroll over people through their achievements, and they go, well, there'll be some casualties, but that's just how it goes. Well, we're here to say that that is one way of leadership, and there are many ways, and we all approach it very different, and so we're going to find that out today. I don't know about you, but in my experience, I have worked with and have been privileged to see some great leaders, people who have influenced my life, who have made a big difference. You have had them as well. But I've also had the experience of those who were not great leaders, in fact, horrible examples of what it really should be. And so for myself, I started very young saying, well, what traits and the ones that I considered great leaders did I admire and did I feel I wanted to take? And then look at the other side of the equation and say, which ones do I not want to take? And really, when you start to sift through and say, what is the difference between those who were just great and made huge impacts on people's lives and those who made our lives miserable, it was really the leaders who influenced, motivated, encouraged people. They didn't manage tasks. They were involved with the people, and so it's really all about relationships. And that's really where John and I come down to, is saying leadership is about relationships. And so that is the premise of what we're going to talk about today. No one style is better than the other, and we will identify 4 of those, and you're going to find out who you are today and what your strengths are and how you can begin leading. And here's the key, folks, that even though you may not think you're leading, there are people looking up to you right now, this very minute, who are looking to you to say, hey, give me some guidance, and they're looking to you for some type of help. So you are a leader even if you're not in the role. So when I consider some of the leaders in our history, and of course recently, unfortunately, we've had some really bad examples of leaders who have put their self first. And when you think about leadership and relationships, that's really the opposite of what true leadership is. It is not about self and goals, but we've seen these corporate Mongols who, at the expense of the company and the people, have pursued themselves. We have seen some really bad examples, and I really believe we need to set a better example. We need to be putting people first and looking out for teams. And of course, when you see some of the good examples in our society, you see that team environment where people are standing alongside of each other. They support one another, and they're working together towards something. There's positive energy. That's what we're striving for. We have 4 styles that we identify, but we really have all 4 in us. We just have a primary one that we work on, and that's going to be the emphasis of what we're doing today. So we're going to do just a quick 2 questions to figure out who you are. And of course, you're going to be saying, 2 questions? I was on a radio show and the host had said, your book has 20 questions. I'm too complicated. You cannot tell me who I am in 20 questions. I'm just too complicated. And I said, no, I really can. I can do it in 2. So if you're wanting the full assessment, we have the book that was mentioned, and you'll learn more about that later. But for today, 2 questions, and we're going to find out who you are and your style. So let's start here. Understand